Living a healthy life doesn't have to be complicated. Through conversations on nutrition, holistic wellness, non-toxic living, and faith, this podcast is here to encourage, equip, and inspire you to care for your body well. I'm Kelly, and you're listening to the Bloom Your Health podcast. Welcome to the very first episode of the Bloom Your Health podcast. I am your host, Kelly Bloom, and today I am joined with Ava Noe, the host of the Becoming Basic podcast and creator of Clean Living with Ava, where she shares practical tips on healthy living, non-toxic products, and wellness. Today, we're diving into Ava's journey of becoming a crunchy teen and embracing a healthier, more intentional lifestyle. We will talk about what sparked her passion for clean living and cover topics like diet, exercise, non-toxic products, and simple, easy swaps anyone can make to improve your health. Ava, it's so great to see you. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, of course. I'm so excited and honored to be your first guest. It's so exciting.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Okay, so we can just go right into it. So how would you say that your healthy living journey began? Like, did you grow up in a household where you ate healthy? Just tell me about that.
Yeah. So for the most part, we were kind of like standard American diet people. Like, we obviously ate our fruits and vegetables, all that, but we did have the processed packaged foods in our pantry. And I just thought that was normal for my whole life. And then when I was 13, I randomly got such severe gut issues. Like, when I tell you it was like night and day difference, like it totally came out of the blue. I was up every single night with like massive stomach cramps, so nauseous, migraines constantly too, which was weird. Just like really weird symptoms that I had never had before. I had always kind of been dairy free because I don't know, like just my whole life, it kind of runs in my family. And then, but I didn't have any other food intolerances. So like, we were kind of like, what could this be? It was kind of after COVID too, like, so you couldn't like have like total access to like just go to the doctors.
Right.
So my mom was like, do we get like a food intolerance test? Do we go to the doctors? So we ended up doing one of those food intolerance tests. I think it's like IgG or IgE, whatever it's called, which I don't really believe in. I think it kind of like just picks up on foods that you eat a lot of. In my case though, I think it did help. It came out that I had like an intolerance to gluten, dairy, and eggs, which okay. I eat eggs totally fine now. I eat sourdough now, but at that time, I cut out all of those things, and my symptoms did, I would say, improve, but I was still dealing with like the occasional stomach ache or like nausea. I would wake up like with such like morning sickness. I was like, I'm 13, I'm definitely not pregnant. Why do I have morning sickness? It was so weird. So I would say like a year went on. I started incorporating that into my diet, eating a little healthier. I think like coincidentally you kind of just start eating healthier when you cut out like gluten. Yeah. Because it does lead to more like organic, more healthier packaging. So I would say that kind of did improve, but I was still eating like sugar, processed foods. So I was still having my gut issues. And then about a year later, I was still having them. I went to like a few different doctors. They were like, you have IBS. There's really nothing we can do. The worst diagnosis ever, in my opinion. So I was like, this is so frustrating. Like, I still feel so sick. Like, why? I'm going to the doctors for help and they're not doing anything. So it was kind of around that time, I think I was like 14 or 15, where I kind of started to make the changes on my own. I like started avoiding sugars, seed oils, like processed foods, just like really cleaning up my diet on my own. And like I learned a lot of this stuff through my own research, being on social media, all of that. And over time, I started to get so much better. I like never have stomach aches anymore, knock on wood. I feel so good all the time. My migraines went away. I have started like incorporating foods that like I couldn't eat before. Like I was getting a stomach ache literally every single day. And that kind of is what inspired me to start my Instagram account, because in my research, in my looking on social media, I did not see any teenagers living this way, so I kind of felt like alone almost. And I think like since I started, I like seeing that there are people like me, but like I'm not trying to like brag or anything, like, but I feel like there was no one else on the internet then who was doing like crunchy teen, like teen healthy living. So I was like, I kind of want to be a light into like how there are teenagers who want to improve their health. There are teenagers who were struggling with their health and like looking for healthier alternatives. So I like started my account and I loved to see like just how many people were messaging me like, oh my gosh, I'm going through the same thing. You're not alone. Like I did this, this, and this, or like asking me for help. And it was just like, it kind of snowballed into like my account today. And like, I just love what I do. It's so amazing.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And I think that, you do the best that you can with the knowledge that you have at the time. And I think it's like as you the best people that make the best decisions for their health are the people that have had problems and they've gone to the doctors and they've gone to all the specialists and no one has done anything for them, or they just say, "Oh, it's an uncurable sickness or an uncurable disease diagnosis, whatever." And they're not getting the help that they know that they need, and it can be extremely frustrating, and those are the best advocates for the health space. And yeah, that's so amazing. But and where in that timeline, I know you kind of mentioned it, would you say that you started your Instagram? Was it like closer to the beginning, like when you were 14, or like where in that timeline?
Yeah, so I started my account right after I turned 16. So I had been kind of
Okay.
dealing with these issues for a few years.
Mm,
And it was around the time like I started to see so much relief. And like I was like, I really need to just show people like how much you can help yourself just by making simple swaps. And I feel
yeah.
like even when I started my account, like I wasn't doing everything that I am now. Like I think like that's what's so amazing is you make swaps little by little on your own time. And then like before you know it, like you're doing everything differently. And I think it just shows that like you do what you can, like you really do. And little by little, like the changes really do add up.
Yeah, I mean, I know for sure, like, even just in the past few months, I have learned so much when it comes to just eating, like, avoiding seed oils and avoiding sugar and like all the processed things that even if it says organic, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's healthy. I
Mm-hmm.
would say probably that I've learned in the past few years, but it started just like, okay, I have to buy organic. And then it slowly started, okay, now we have to avoid seed oils because a lot of things that are organic still are not
Mm-hmm.
great. They're definitely better, but you get my point. Like you just learn so much as you go along the way, and it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think that maybe your moment when you got diagnosed with IBS, you said, but would you say that that was your specific moment or experience that changed your perspective on health?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. I feel like it was kind of everything that led to that point that kind of was like a light bulb in my head. I was like, I'm struggling so much every single day. And then I
Yeah.
go to the doctors and they're like, okay, there's nothing we can do. And so it was like so frustrating to me because like it's not like I had cancer or some like terminal diagnosis where I had to be hospitalized or like on medication. Like thank God that wasn't the case. But like I was struggling and like I was going to the doctors for help and like they weren't doing anything for me. So I like kind of that was my only option.
Yeah, that's so frustrating, and it's amazing that you've come out on the other side and now you can see like, oh my goodness, the plans that God had for me, and he knew that that was not going to be my life forever. And I
Mhm.
think that's so amazing because obviously I've gone through some things too where it's just like, why am I not feeling good? And now I just cannot go back to eating the way that I used to when I grew up. I mean, we would eat family dinners, whatever, but not eating the greatest. And it's like now the thought of even eating that food just kind of like disgusts me. It's just like I can't even eat it. I would just feel so sick. I would feel awful.
Mhm.
And even when
Yeah.
I eat the less toxic, stuff, I'm like I I'll never go back because it's just I still even don't feel as good as if I
Mhm.
eat the way that I have.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so kind of shifting a few gears, but what do you think are the biggest nutrition lies that people have been told and that they believe all the time?
I think that's an awesome question. I feel like there are so many. Like, if you even like just look back, like the progress that Maha has made in the past few months, like I wish they were doing more to be honest. But like one of
Yeah.
the amazing things they've done is turn the food pyramid like totally upside down. I think that was such a lie that we had been fed our whole lives and beyond. Like it has been around for so long that red meat's bad for you, eggs are going to give you high cholesterol is bad for you. Like, just so many lies that we're being told, like, oh, go vegan, eat the seed oils because they're heart healthy. Like, I just think there are so many. The list could go on and on. But those are some definitely major ones, because, like, red meat has, like, literally the most nutrients compared to any food. It's crazy. And they're like, no, that's bad for you. It's just, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's just, and what just gets me every time is when I'm on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, and I see these dietitians that are just, oh my goodness, that are just, they'll say like, oh my gosh, seed oils are healthy, you have to eat the seed oils. And
Yeah.
in like the bottom corner, it's like paid by whatever, or they're sponsored by
Yes.
Pepsi, or they'll be like,
Uh-huh.
glyphosate is totally fine, I'm gonna eat my cereal, I could eat a whole cup of glyphosate. And it's like,
Yeah.
but you're
And then it's,
literally
like,
paid
sponsored
by
by Monsanto.
you're
Like, it's
right.
crazy.
It's so crazy. And that, it's just everything in the whole dietetics world and nutrition standards is just bought and paid for. And and people are just so, they just don't know. And it's,
Yeah.
obviously I didn't know growing up, and it's so crazy, but yeah. And so what are some of your like non-negotiables that you have when it comes to being non-toxic? It can be food, anything.
A huge one for me is I don't drink tap water. Like, oh my gosh, once you know what's in the tap water, like, it's actually mortifying. There
I
are
know.
so many things. I think I saw like a video you did the other day.
Yeah.
But there's like fluoride, chlorine, heavy metals, forever chemicals, pharmaceutical remnants. It's like just so crazy. And I think
Yeah.
water is so important, obviously. It's the only thing that you are consuming every day, 24/7. If you're drinking water, which I hope everyone is, you need water.
Yeah.
So it's really like the only thing, like, I think it's that, like, is something like I think you need to swap out. Like, there are so many things, like, okay, like, I'll do that when I get there, but I think tap water, like, the first thing you should do is get a water filter. I love
Yeah.
like the reverse osmosis ones,
Yeah.
because I think that they just do it best. So that's one. I'm trying to think of what else. I think definitely just like eating high protein, like, that has really helped me. Like, I love a good high protein diet. It's so important. And also, like, to expand on that, like, just eating enough. Like, for so long I feel like unintentionally eating so little. Like, it was like 1,200 calories a day. And I'm like 5'6". Like, that's enough for like a toddler.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important to, like, be eating enough, like, to make sure your hormones are running properly so that you have enough energy. And I think that was also, like, one of the reasons I struggled with my gut health, with my skin issues, all of that, just because your body's getting no energy. Like, it doesn't have enough energy to, like, it barely has enough energy to live and, like, function on a daily basis. Like, why would it be spending more time, like, conserving energy for your gut health? Like, it's just so important to me.
Right. And I think a lie too that people have been told is eat so little and you're gonna whatever gain muscle, or I don't even know, lose weight, but it's like you need to fuel your body, and in order to have the energy to work out and to exercise. And if you're not doing that, you're just depriving yourself of nutrients and energy.
Yeah.
So, and obviously there's some ground to talk about fasting and other things, but specifically on a daily basis, what you're normally doing, it's like you need to be fueling your body with energy so that you can function.
For sure.
Um,
And it's
yeah,
not
and
like you're gonna, like, gain a bunch of weight. Like,
no,
you're
right,
not
yeah.
gonna, like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and going back to about the tap water, it's absolutely crazy what they are allowed to put in the water. I mean, even just fluoride, and I know that we have someone told a friend of ours to drink extra tap water because it has the fluoride for your teeth. And it's like when you look at the levels of fluoride that are in water, it is just not at all safe. I mean, fluoride is a neurotoxin, and all the things that they have like started to put in is just, it's so
It's
awful.
crazy. I was talking with my mom and my siblings last night. I feel like they're gonna start making healthy food like impossible to eat. Like, they're already doing it with the water. Like, they're putting fluoride, chlorine, all that in our water, poisoning our water. Then they're putting so many pesticides on our food. Then, like, we have like this parasite outbreak going on right now. It's like, don't eat the produce, don't eat this. Like, there's so much fear mongering, but I'm worried that, like, obviously, like, you only stress about like things that you can control. But like down the road, I feel like they are going to start to, like, they're already coming up with lab grown meat. Like, I feel like they're like sabotaging every single healthy thing. It's like actually crazy.
Oh, it's insane. I mean, just even now, I know that Appeal, which is the Bill Gates coating that they're allowed to put on non-organic produce and it like
Mm-hmm.
keeps it fresh longer, is now being approved for organic produce.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I know that there comes to a point where it's like you can only control the controllables, but it's
Yes.
like it's happening in front of our faces and people are just oblivious,
Uh-huh.
unfortunately. And they're just it's crazy. I mean, I can't even begin to start about like the Appeal thing because I know people have tried to they've done like tests where they try to like burn it off of produce and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't come off and now they're approving
Yeah.
it for organic. And honestly, just everything that Bill Gates is doing is kind of insane. I
Oh,
mean,
I can't
mosquitoes,
stand
ticks.
him.
I mean, I don't know if you know it, like what you know about the ticks or the mosquitoes, but if you know anything, feel free to share. But
Yeah, those things. So my theory is, so apparently farmers were finding like boxes of ticks in their farms. Like I don't
I
know if
saw
that's
that.
true, but like
Yeah, I did see
if that
that.
is, like that's crazy. But even like I've heard things about Lyme's disease. Like Lyme disease like wasn't always a thing, and
Hmm.
I think there was like some crazy thing. Like someone was like studying something and like this is all like just I'm trying to remember. So I don't
Yeah.
know if this is true. But I think something like they found someone was doing research on like ticks and then like they like developed Lyme disease in the process and like that it kind of like expanded from there. Like they're like trying to get people sick with Lyme disease. And
Yeah.
then with the alpha gal, I am so convinced that one, they're coming out with a vaccine like to prevent again protect yourself from Lyme disease. So I think that they're like breeding these ticks to have Lyme disease so that you need to get their vaccine. This is like all conspiracies.
Yeah,
And
no, I
yeah, it's crazy. And also, I think like I said Bill Gates like Jeff Bezos are backing this new lab grown meat situation.
hmm
And we know that the alpha gal tick causes a meat allergy. And I feel like they're making the lab grown meat like, okay, you have the meat allergy, you can eat this lab grown meat. Perfect. So I
yeah.
feel like everything is so calculated. And I got a DM today, like someone was saying like, you're so ignorant, like not everyone's like out to get us. You have to just kind of you can't like be a conspiracy theorist about everything, like too much skepticism is bad. And I'm like, you're not like being skeptical of enough. You don't realize like it's on both sides. Everyone's controlled by one motive and that's money, and they will do whatever it takes to make more money and benefit themselves. So I think like you're stupid if you're not questioning everything. Like he was calling me stupid for being like a skeptic, but like it's crazy what they're doing.
I 100% agree. And it's like, even going off of what that person DM'd you, it's like when you get rid of thinking and just even just critical thinking or just seeing both sides, that's when you literally get the collapse of a society
Yes.
because people stop thinking and they stop, making their own decisions and the freedom to think, and then they
Mhm.
are just conditioned to believe the narrative. And I think obviously we see it a lot today where just people just go along with whatever the narrative says. But yeah, it's, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
just crazy stuff going on in our world. And it's like,
Mhm.
there does come to a point though where obviously it's like you got to lay it in God's hands and allow
Yes.
Him to. But it's also like you have to stand up for what's going wrong and speak out against clear evil and
Mhm.
just people who are just only doing this for their own gain. But yeah,
Yeah. It's sad.
it is really sad. But shifting to now about exercise and how, because I know that on your account you love to talk about how you exercise and move your body. So, what makes exercise such an important part of your life, and why is it so essential, not only to you, but to everyone?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm like addicted. I've been lifting for like 2 years now. It's like my anniversary.
Oh my
I
goodness.
started like doing strength training and it makes me feel like so good. Like, do you weightlift?
I do like I have like not literal like deadlifts or you know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? I don't
Dumbbells,
deadlift
yeah.
like I do use dumbbells, oh my goodness, kettlebells. I use like that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
I seriously need to get into this. I have been like I honestly don't know where to start at the gym because I do a lot of like home workouts where I'm like using my own kettlebells, which I am lifting decently heavy weights, but I need to sometimes I'm like, okay, this is too easy. I need to like, do better. But anyways, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I get that. And I think it can be like so intimidating to start working out at the gym because like what do I do? Like no one teaches you that. But oh my gosh, it makes you feel like so good. And I'm not saying like everyone has to strength train, but it is so good, especially for women, like for your bone health. And like it's so important to have muscle. It decreases so much as you age. Like once you get to, I want to say like it's around like menopause time, but like your muscle mass decreases by a certain percentage each year. And we know how important it is to have muscle. So that's kind of like, I used to be so skinny, and had like literally like no muscle, and like my bone health, like I feel like was at a serious risk. So that was kind of what inspired me to start lifting. And I'm not like lifting like, oh my gosh, like so heavy,
Right,
but like
yeah.
just like daily, like I strength train 4 times a week, and it really makes such a difference. I walk like about 3 miles every day. So like 10,000 steps a day at least. I was actually talking about this the other day. Like 10,000 steps is kind of like a made up goal.
Yeah.
But I just think it's good to have a step goal. Like I think it's good. Like
Yeah.
it's so important to move your body for your cardiovascular health, like your overall health, your endurance. I think it's so great. So just get outside and walk. And it's also like good to be outside in nature too. And like I was saying, like, you don't have to strength train. Like if you love Pilates, go to Pilates. Like you might not build as much muscle, but like you enjoy it and it's getting you to exercise. So I think like just finding what works for you.
I agree, yeah. I definitely think like so when I don't lift weights or just like strength train, and I did do strength training for quite a while when I was in sports and whatever, but ironically, we can talk about this too. They started, I think they'd always done this, but I just like recently noticed they put air fresheners in the strength training place that I was going to, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't do this. And I was like, okay, mom, I can't go there anymore. It's just
Yeah.
giving me headaches and
Ew.
making me nauseous. I was like, all right, I'll just do my own home workout. And it's worked out really great. But I also, when I don't do that, I'll go for runs. But it's like sometimes running can just get painful when you get shin splints. Like I get pretty bad shin splints. So that's like my problem. So I can
Yeah.
run like a nice, good run, like 2 to 3 times a week, maybe once a week, just depending on how bad it is. And then I'll have to like wait till the next week because it's just like, it just hurts too painful to
Ow.
run. But I definitely think like exercising is so important. And just even if you don't run or if you can't run, because running is difficult for a lot of people, I think, like you said, even just walking, just moving your body in some kind of way is so important to your health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have a recommendation. Do you have any marathon sports around you?
Marathon, I have not heard of that. No, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll have to look it up though. Maybe we do.
So they scan your feet. It's like free. You just go and like get sneakers there.
Okay.
It's like a sneaker store, and I was like kind of training for a 5K in the fall, which like training for a 5K. It's like literally 3 miles.
Yeah, no.
So, but like it was hurting my knees. Like I think I was like running in the wrong sneakers. So I went, my dad was like, you have to go to Marathon Sports. So I go to Marathon Sports. They like put you, like you have to stand on this computer thing, and they like measure your feet and
Yeah.
see like exactly your width, like your arch, and recommend sneakers for you. Oh my gosh, like they are the most comfortable sneakers because they're like perfect for you.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like I need to like tell everyone to go. I've had them like since the fall, and I love them so much. It's like a wide toe box. So my feet have like, my toes are nice and spread out. It's great for walking. So if you had that near you, highly recommend.
Okay, I'll have to go find that out because I run in Hokas, which are pretty
Okay.
comfortable for me, but I the problem with me is I need to stretch more because I'm super tight. Like my muscles are just always tense.
Yeah.
I'm always like cramping up my muscles, which also goes to show I know magnesium can help with that, so I probably should up my magnesium, things like that. And do you have a repeated exercise or a workout? I know you said you lift weights, but is there something specific that you just love about lifting weights, or is there a specific exercise that you really like that you would like to share?
Yeah, my favorite day of the week. So another like tip I have is if you don't know what to do, like literally I know like ChatGPT is controversial in AI. I use it. I'm not like, I heard it's wasting water, but like I'm like, how?
I know, I've heard that too.
Yeah. So if you're confused, like say like put in ChatGPT your goals. I want to build muscle. I'm this age, this height, how many pounds you are. and it will make like such a good schedule and plan for you if you're like looking for something to follow. So I do like 4 days a week. So on Sundays I'll do quads and glutes. Then on Tuesdays I do shoulders, chest, triceps. That's like my favorite day of the week. I'm doing like chest press, shoulder press, face pulls. Oh my gosh, those are amazing. Lat raises, like all those fun things. And then on Thursdays I do hamstrings and glutes. I've been loving um, resistance bands. They're so good like for your glutes. They work so well. And that's like
Yeah.
such a good easy at home thing. It's like $5. And then on Saturdays I do back and biceps. So I just love like I have like certain days of the week I love. Like I love my shoulders, chest, triceps day, but like they're all important.
Yeah, that's so awesome though, because I think I just need to start and do like a good schedule because a lot of times during the day I'm just go, go, go and doing crazy busy things and then it's later and I tend to work out later in the night. But I use the Peloton app and I
Yeah.
feel like they do great workouts and I tend to do legs a lot because legs also coordinates to core and all that stuff. And sometimes I'll do arms or whatever, or I'll do like a full body workout. I tend to do the full bodies a lot because it's just I feel like I'm getting everything in and then
Yeah.
a lot of times I'll just finish with push-ups. It's like push-ups are just I think one of the best exercises just to, like build your core, build your like your upper body strength because it's
Yeah.
you're lifting your entire body. And
And
obviously there's
free.
yeah, exactly. It's literally free. Pull-ups or push-ups or whatever. I think are one of the greatest exercises, just body weight exercises. But yeah, oh
Yeah.
my goodness, I love that. Okay, so now shifting gears, and this has to do with exercise too, but how would you say that your faith has influenced the way you view and care for your body and exercise and eating and all the aspects of your life?
I love that. So I would say the Bible says a lot like your body is your temple, and I think like you only get God gave you one body. He created it perfectly in His image, and it's so important that you treat it right. Like if you spend your whole life like not caring for your body, or like hating the way you look, hating the way you feel. Obviously, you can make changes, but like treat it right. Exercise. Like, your body deserves to receive good food and exercise regularly. It's so important because like in the end like you only have one life and you have one body. Like use it. I think it's so important. And I think it can be easy like to if you're working out like kind of go based off of appearance. Like, oh, like I'm building a little muscle or I'm losing weight and like get obsessed with that and like oh my gosh, I've had my fair share of I want to work out to look a certain way or I don't want to eat that. When I was younger, I kind of struggled with like disordered eating and like you just like the fear of like your body changing or like this just the obsession with like your appearance and like how others perceive you. I think that could kind of get in the way with like your relationship with God because like it's kind of creating an idol. So I think it's kind of like a hard balance with like exercising and taking care of your body, but like not idolizing it and not like relying so heavily on movement and like, working out and like eating a certain way. I think like that can be such a distraction. And I struggle with that too all the time.
Yeah, that's so good. I totally understand exactly what you're saying because I have also dealt with my fair share of obsessive eating and just obsessing over, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna die. I'm gonna have a panic attack if I do this thing. And it's like, no, you need to take that thought and actually rationalize it in your head and be like, is this truly what is gonna happen? And no, if you okay, if you're out and you're on vacation, there's just some things sometimes you can't control. And obviously, there's times when I've like gotten really freaked out or stressed out when we were on vacation or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a panic attack if I eat the seed oils. But it's like, no, it's okay. Every once in a while, things are gonna happen and you can't always control.
Yeah.
And so I think just taking those thoughts and commending them to the Lord and just saying, I surrender it to you, and I'm not going to make this an idol in my life because obviously everything can become an idol. And we can make our health an idol, unfortunately. And because it's just something I'm so passionate about and I love so much that I sometimes just tend to get too wrapped around it. So it's something I'm working on too as we speak. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's so good because I completely agree with you, and I'm sure many people can too.
Yeah.
So, and I know we kind of actually talked about this a little bit at the beginning about how you received a DM that was kind of like, you're too skeptical. But have you ever gotten criticism or pushback for the content that you create, and how did you handle that?
Yeah, oh my gosh, like all the time. Especially when like you have something go viral, the hate comments are like insane, or like the hate
Yeah.
DMs. I feel like I'm not like a good person to ask because like I really don't care like at
Yeah.
all. Like I feel like I literally used to show up on Instagram in a bathrobe, crazy messy hair, like just looking insane. Feel like straight out of bed. And my mom's like, you kind of look crazy. Like I feel like I just like don't care at all. Like I'll like just pop on Instagram like, all right, hey guys, like it's just like so I just don't really care what other people think. And like I think I understand that that can be like a big struggle for a lot of people and like a big fear when like I want to start posting online but like I'm worried of how others will perceive me, or even like in your own personal life. Like I think a lot of people will struggle with like I'm making these decisions for my health, like I'm avoiding this at a restaurant, or I'm eating before the family gathering. I'm gonna get like weird judgment looks, or like people are gonna say something to me at like a family gathering and like it's weird. But like you know what's best for you. You know yourself, you know your body. If it works for you, great. Like, and if other people like push back on that, you know your stance. Like, I don't even think there's like a need to fight back.
I agree. Like, you need to do sometimes just what's best for you and just not worry about what everybody else thinks. Because I tend to get wrapped up in that too, just like worrying so much, like, oh my gosh, does this look okay? Like, does my face look okay? Does my hair look okay? Does my outfit look okay? It's people don't care as much as we think sometimes. And
Yeah.
even if they do, what does it matter? What does it matter if they care? And so I just, yeah, that's really good advice. And I think that everyone can take from that.
Yeah. And I feel like if people are noticing like little things about you, or like, oh my gosh, did you see her outfit or did you see her hair? Like that just shows that they have like an underlying insecurity. If you're
Hmm.
confident, like people are gonna push back on that. People are gonna like be triggered by their own insecurities. So
Yeah.
like it's just another reason, like keep doing you. Like who cares what other people think?
Exactly. Yeah. And okay, I know we kind of touched on too about how like sometimes we can't control about going out to eat, but if you could give advice like when you're at a restaurant or and you are trying to avoid the seed oils or the food dyes or whatever, how would you go about that when you are there?
Yeah. So I feel like I don't really go out to eat that much, and like around here, Massachusetts, like we don't. I feel like so many people like are in LA, or like I feel like a lot of places down south have like great healthy restaurants. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
where are they in Massachusetts? Like I don't see any.
Yeah.
Um, Sweet Green is good. Like they are seed oil free. But
Mm-hmm.
we're going away next week, and luckily we're staying in a condo, so like I'll be able to like cook and stuff at home. But I think we will be going out to eat like a few times,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like what I find is the kids menu, like if you can, they often have like really good, like you can get like grilled chicken breast and like some
Yeah.
steamed vegetables. Like I love doing that. Um, but like it's so once in a while that like it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Like get
For
whatever you
sure.
want. I feel like
Yeah.
I've kind of become a little more lenient. Like I used to be like so high strung about everything. And like in my own life, like I don't really like quote unquote cheat on anything. And like I'm
Yeah.
pretty like healthy and pretty strict, but like I don't stress over that many things anymore. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. It's like literally one time in the whole year.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. It's like sometimes it's better even for your just mental health to allow yourself to have that one day or whatever that you want to eat. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna, at the end of the day, it's gonna be okay. I just have to
Yeah.
remind myself that all the time. It's gonna be okay. Do not
Yes.
stress. It's gonna be okay.
This too shall
But
pass.
exactly, this too shall pass. But I'm sorry that we're kind of jumping around, but this is kind of totally off topic. But red light therapy. I know you post a lot about it and you've kind of shared your experience a little bit on your Instagram. So I just want to hear your experience with red light therapy. And can you explain to someone who doesn't know what red light therapy is? What is red light therapy?
Yeah. So red light therapy is basically these red lights. So it's kind of like if you look at like a light, like it has like different like UV. I think the term is like ultraviolet like rays. So
Mm-hmm.
there are different like I guess I'm trying to like think of a way to describe this. There are different like intensities to the light. So red light is like has like a pretty intense ultraviolet ray. And basically how a red light works is it like penetrates through your skin and like helps with your cell turnover, cell renewal. Like it basically kind of just lowers inflammation by like getting your cells to work a little harder. Like this is like a very like unscientific description, but it can be so beneficial. And like I know in my own experience, like I have had such a good experience with it. I found out maybe almost a year ago that I had super high copper. So I had copper toxicity, and like, you can't do anything diet and lifestyle wise to get rid of it. You have to do like a bunch of supplements. And we don't know what the cause of it was. Like it can be from like swimming in chlorine pools or like having copper pipes, or like your mom was on like a copper IUD before she had you, or like you were on a copper IUD. But I didn't fit into any of those categories. So we like don't really know where it came from. It was just off the charts high. Like the practitioner I worked with had never seen it so high. It seemed like I had had it like my entire life. So that's another reason I think I struggled so much with like histamine issues and like gut health. Or I was like getting like weird pimples like a year or two ago, and like I had never had those before. So just kind of weird symptoms where I was like doing everything right, but like still kind of like getting sick. I didn't have a period. I still don't have mine, like, because I'm detoxing still. And like I gained weight, nothing was working. So moral of the story, it also led to alopecia. And alopecia is caused by copper toxicity sometimes, and you can regrow your hair with red light therapy. I always like get worried that people are gonna think I'm like lying about this or like exaggerating, but when I tell you, like, the only thing I did to regrow my hair was red light therapy. I put it like less than an inch away from my scalp, like where the bald spot was. It was pretty big. The bald spot was like this big. And within like 2 weeks, I started having like white baby hairs growing. And after months of literal baldness, it started growing. It's like totally like regrowing in the back. It's insane. Yeah. And like I can like attribute it all to red light therapy. Like I went to the doctors, like I don't know why I like go to the doctors for stuff like this, because I'm never going to follow up with their recommendations.
Yeah.
Like she was like, do a steroid. I did not do a steroid, and I just did red light therapy, and it worked. So you can see on Instagram, like I have a bunch of pictures, but red light therapy can be used for so many more things too. Like it can be used for gut health, muscle recovery, if you have an ear infection, a sore throat, like the list goes on and on. It can help with sleep, acne, wrinkles, aging, like just so many things. I use the Loom box. Like I think it's like such a versatile tool for anyone, but like there's so many on the market.
Yeah. I mean, it's something I have not invested in yet, and I definitely want to, because when I tell you, I have tried everything when it comes to my acne. And I do not eat bad. I don't use the toxic skincare. I use the natural stuff, and even the stuff that, is so-called natural, I don't even use that. I use like the most natural it can get. And I've tried expensive. I've tried, just the normal stuff that everyone uses, but it's not the skincare. It's just nothing will work.
Yeah.
And so I think I'll have to try the red light therapy. And my mom has mentioned it to me. There's like a place near us that has red light therapy.
Oh.
So yeah, but I know you have a code for Loombox too, so I'll have to definitely try it.
40% off. Your skin looks great though. Like your skin looks so clear.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. But
that's frustrating.
It's like it gets like, obviously there's days when it like will flare up, whatever, and it can be frustrating at times, but it's like the sun is also one of the most underrated skicares, because sometimes I'm just like, I need to just let my skin be in the sun, and my acne just improves so much. And I always wish I was like, whenever we go on vacation after, we've been in like our 6 months of winter here in Michigan, I'm like, obviously sometimes I'll get completely fried on accident. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like, but it always helps my skin.
Yeah.
But another thing too, actually, kind of on the topic of sun and sunscreen, and my friends that use the toxic sunscreen, they end up getting absolutely fried. And when I either don't wear sunscreen or use the less toxic sunscreen, and just because of like, I totally can attribute it to diet and lifestyle and just the way that I live, I do not get as sunburnt. And it's especially like on my face and whatever. And like, when I went on vacation last time when we were in Florida for my spring break, I did get very burnt because it was like our first sun.
Yeah,
of like,
I know.
will happen.
I don't know if you've heard, like, apparently there's something to do with eating seed oils because seed oils have, I think it's like a high ratio of like omega-6 to omega-3. And that ratio can increase your risk for burns because, like, it's like something with like the inflammation. But I heard that that's like a big thing. And another thing is like kind of like being outside year round, like you can kind of, I guess, desensitize yourself to the sun, which helps with burns. Like if you're getting that like daily sunlight, like I feel like my face like never burns, but sometimes my shoulders will at the beginning of the summer. So it's crazy like what diet and lifestyle can do for everything, like even a sunburn.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And it's like once I have that base tan, I don't burn. I
Yeah.
literally that was the last time I've actually burnt was when it was our first son in like 6 months. And I played tennis, so we're outside all the time. And even like before my freshman sophomore year when I was like, eating healthy but not as healthy as like as I am now, I would still get pretty burnt. And it's now I didn't even get burnt. I just got tan. But something that I changed this year that I was doing last year was wearing sunglasses and not wearing sunglasses this year. Because when I wear sunglasses, I get absolutely fried. It
Oh
is
my gosh.
insane. I'm telling you, it is real. It is real. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've heard this, but the reason why what I've heard is why you get really sunburnt when you wear sunglasses is because the lenses block the UVA and the UVB rays, and then your eyes, your photoreceptors in your eyes don't receive it. So then it doesn't know to make more melanin to produce the tan to prevent
Yeah.
burning,
It's
which,
crazy. Our
yeah, I don't
bodies are
know.
so complex.
I know, and I don't know if you've ever experienced that or getting sunburnt when you wear sunglasses, but this year I was like, okay, you're not gonna wear sunglasses. Like, try not to wear sunglasses. And it's insane that how the difference of last year when I got burnt playing tennis, and then this year I'm like I've never experienced that. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
I feel like this is really true. And I know that someone mentioned to me too one time that the sunscreen companies own the sunglass companies, so they're trying to get you to wear sunscreen. And again, it's all about money.
Oh.
Everyone's got to follow the
Gee.
money. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but okay. What is your favorite healthy snack?
Ooh. Let me think. I so before the gym, I always like have a protein bar because I like literally wake up and then like 10 minutes later I'm in my car
Yeah.
to go to the gym. So I have been loving. I kind of changed up my macros recently. Like I had never tracked macros before, but the practitioner I was working with is like, I think like these macros would be super helpful, and so I'm doing like my diet consists of 40% protein, 30% carbs, and 30% fat, roughly. Like I don't track every day. I tracked for like a few weeks to kind of like get a good baseline. So I look for snacks that like kind of fit those macros, and a lot of times I make homemade protein bars with like pea protein or pumpkin seed protein that like are perfect for my macros, which you can do too. Like I ask ChatGPT for that recipe and stuff like that, and I kind of experiment. But I've been loving Aloha bars. A lot of them, they have some flavors that do have seed oils, but it's high oleic expeller pressed seed oil, so like that has a different omega ratio, so it doesn't
Okay.
really act like a seed oil. So I don't eat those ones as much, but I do love their ones that are made without seed oils. They're so amazing. Great for like before leg day. And then I just recently got sent these bars. It's called like the no oil bar, I think it is.
Okay.
And it's like a new bar. It's like a bone broth bar. It doesn't taste like bone broth or anything. It's like chocolate.
Yeah.
Those are really good. Oh my gosh, I love the whole health bars. It's spelled HOL. Those are made with bone broth too. Those are kind of big. Like they're like 20 grams of protein, so it's like more like a meal replacement. But there are so many good bars in the market. I also love Chomps meat sticks. I love like a good beef jerky. Which like my siblings always make fun of me for. And just like fruit, I always try to include the protein with the snack. So like if I have like fruit, I'll have like a Chomps beef stick or something.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, sometimes I also have like deli turkey too, or like a chicken sausage.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, yeah. On the topic of protein bars, I've been, trying to find like my favorite one. And I love the IQ bars. I know they have natural flavors. It
They're
hurts
so
me. I'm like,
good.
they're so good. And
So
like
good.
obviously whatever, probably get hate for eating the natural
I
flavors,
eat
whatever. I
natural
don't care.
flavors.
Yeah, sometimes I know I kind of trust IQ a little bit more. Their
Me
natural
too.
flavors are probably better than like, something owned by Pepsi or whatever. But
Yes.
it's obviously still something that I'll eat every once in a while, but they're just so good. My favorite flavor is the mint flavor. I don't know what your favorite
Oh, I
flavor
love
is.
that one.
Yeah. But another really great bar that's really, really good is the Prima bars.
Love that.
They are whey protein, so that can like sometimes mess with people's stomachs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Prima bars are good, and they're only sweetened with raw honey, which I really like as well. I
I
like
know.
masa chips. If I am
Oh,
really
yum.
craving a good snack, I gotta go for the masa chips.
So good.
So, so good.
I heard Perfect bars are really good. My mom loves those, but I can't have dairy, so I don't eat those. Oh, and I just got a Ninja Creamy.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, game changing. Like, I just do almond milk and like a scoop of protein powder, and it's like my nightly dessert. It's like a protein shake, but it takes so long to eat that it's like, oh my gosh, like this is like so filling. Like, it's honestly the best buy. It's
Oh my
amazing.
gosh, okay, maybe I'll have to invest in one of these, maybe for like a dorm or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I love for dessert, what I've been just doing recently is we'll just take a little bit of like we buy the Kelowna Supernatural whipping cream and just make a little bit of whipped cream as like a little like dessert at
Ooh.
night because it's just healthy fats,
Yeah.
whatever, and just add a little bit of honey and it's like perfect.
Yum.
Perfect little snack. And what I do too is in the morning, I never thought I would like matcha. I was like, this is gonna taste like dirt. This is gonna be so disgusting. But I have found my perfect way to make it that I like. I just put coconut milk, I take my
Okay.
organic matcha powder, and I take the Taylor Dukes Wellness vanilla protein powder, and I put
I
that
love
in there.
that.
And then I do like my little whipped cream cold foam thing, and then I'll just do that with a little bit of honey, and you just put it on top, and it's very good.
That
So,
sounds so good. I
yeah,
know, I'm like hit or miss with matcha.
yeah, and I've never been able to be a coffee drinker. And I
I
know it
mean,
can be a lot of times it can have mold and like other just issues, but even the mold-free protein coffee from Taylor Jukes, I don't know, coffee tends to make me really jittery and really gives me headaches,
yeah.
so I tend not to drink it. And then matcha, I was like, wow, and it has a really slow release of caffeine too. It just keeps me energized for the day. And I've just recently started doing this and it's great. Okay, we can kind of, as we're wrapping up here, we can do like your hot takes rapid fire because I know that you, on your Instagram, you like to talk about all your hot takes and I love it. I just love it when people share their opinions on all this stuff. Whether you agree or not, it's like I love to hear it. So,
Yeah.
what are some of your hot takes that you
Okay.
want to share?
I feel like I'm like literally just a hot take. I feel like I have so many. Okay, so I'm like kind of doing a series right now, like of like hot takes that I have.
Yeah.
And some ones that like people think are crazy are I do not want an electric vehicle. Like, oh my gosh, I've listened to podcasts like with the EMFs, the radiation, all of that. I think like with anything, like kind of like simple is better. Like, let's just keep it simple.
I agree.
Even though like I hate getting gas. Oh my gosh, people are getting really upset about this. I said like I do not think exercise is optional if you want to live a healthy life. And obviously on Instagram you can't explain all of the nuances to every single subject. So
Yeah.
like when I say that, I'm not talking about someone who's paralyzed or like seriously disabled and can't exercise, but like if you're in an able body, why aren't you exercising? You can make time for it. Literally a 30-minute workout is 3% of your entire day. That's insane. There are zero excuses. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people are busy and like I'm in a time in my life right now. I don't have kids. I'm not working a 9 to 5. It's easier for me to work out, but I think it is so important and you'll feel better. Like it's so amazing.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, and I think that people who say that they don't have time to work out are often, coming home and they go watch TV or they go scroll on
Yes.
Instagram. And I'm not saying that's everybody. And also on the topic too of like people will freak out about the nuances. Sometimes things are not meant for you.
Yeah,
It's like
literally.
we're just saying, okay, exercise is really important for the people who can. Because if you were to list all the nuances, okay, I'm not talking about someone who's paralyzed. Why do we have to explain ourselves about the nuances? It's so dumb. I'm just like,
And it's obvious.
it is obvious. I know I saw this video and I thought it was so funny. It was something about like how if I said I was gonna make blueberry pie, someone would reply, "What if I'm allergic to blueberries?" Like maybe
Not
it wasn't for you.
Yeah, not everything's about you. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
annoying. Another hot take I have is I have never had a sleepover. I don't want my kids to have sleepovers. Obviously, like, I used to sleep over at my grandmother's house or my cousin's house, but friend sleepovers are a massive no in my family, and I'm going to do that in my family when I have kids. Just because, oh my gosh, if you look at the statistics, so many children are abused at sleepovers by either adults or the friends, the siblings. It's like, just like, I don't see a point to it. Like, you can have fun, but it's time to go home. Nothing really good happens at night. Like, there's no purpose. And, like, obviously it's fun. Like, you probably have good memories, but you can have memories during the day too. And I just, like, don't think, like, the benefits are worth the risk, in my opinion. And, like, you don't know what goes on in someone else's family.
No, I definitely agree. Like, I think there's times I've grown up, I've had sleepovers quite a few times, but I definitely think as I have kids myself, I definitely will only allow them to have sleepovers with extremely trusted people. And, you know, obviously it's just we live in a different world now, and it's you can't just
Uh,
hand your kid over to whoever you want to, But
mm-hmm.
yeah, crazy, crazy stuff.
And I think you could make the argument too, like, it could happen at any time. Like, if you're
For
on a
sure.
play date or whatever, which is
Hmm.
true. And, like, if you think about that, like, I feel like no one's gonna, like, want to send their kid to a play date, like, any
Right.
time of the day. But, like, I feel like there's, like, only so much, like, you can do. You're not gonna, like, restrict your kids from, like, going over a friend's house. So, like, I
Yeah.
think sleepovers are, like, my thing. But, like, play dates I think are fine. Like,
Oh, of course, yeah.
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then finishing up, our last question is if you could give someone who is just starting their non-toxic, healthy living lifestyle one piece of advice, what would it be?
This is a great question. I think to take it one swap at a time, because I think so many times people get so frustrated with healthy living or think it's so expensive or, like, just get tired. Like, oh my gosh, I'm doing so many things. It's exhausting. Just one swap at a time. Like, it doesn't even have to be expensive. Like, it can be free. Like, just going for a walk outside. Boom, like, you made a healthier choice today. Or slowly incorporating healthy foods into your diet. I think I did, like, a gut health certification a few years ago, and one of the huge things was how if you're, like, living an unhealthy lifestyle and eating unhealthy, your diet is filled with processed foods. But if you little by little add in healthier foods, even though you're not taking out unhealthy foods from your diet, it's adding up. So your diet consists of more healthy foods than unhealthy foods. It's like shifting the scale a little bit. So kind
Yeah.
of just making little intentional changes like that. Like, okay, I'm going to eat steak for dinner. Steak is expensive. Like, I'm going to eat chicken for dinner. And, like, I don't think you have to get organic everything. It's expensive. Like, I think eating whole foods is better than buying organic everything. So I think just one stop at a time. You don't need to stress over everything. Yeah, just take it slow.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and I'm so excited that you're our first guest. So thank you so much, Ava.
Thank you. This was so much fun.